This is KGW News at noon.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Brenda Braxton. Hello, everyone. Our top story this noon, an exchange student from Japan says he was assaulted in downtown Portland. The attack happened in June, but the young man only recently realized the suspect was the same man accused in two other bias crime attacks. Now Portland police confirm they're investigating the case. Tim Gordon spoke with the student and his host's family.
Yeah, I think Portland has a lot of good shops and good natures, good people.
Kaito Nakajima is a friendly, almost 22-year-old from Japan. He is halfway through a 6-month stay studying at an English language school in Portland. Nakajima says he is also a victim of Dylan Kesterson, who is accused of attacking people of Asian descent in 2 separate incidents. Kesterson is facing charges in a 19-count indictment, including bias crimes. Nakajima says it was Kesterson who approached him near the Safeway store at Southwest 10th and Jefferson back on June 25th. He says it started with yelling, then quickly escalated.
And maybe F word, so dirty word. And after that, I was slapped my cheek 2 times. My heart was stolen. And after that, the guy go away somewhere. Yeah, so.
He ran off.
Yeah, ran off.
The young man from Japan was wearing earbuds and says he didn't hear everything his attacker screamed at him. He also did not make a police report at the time, thinking it wasn't necessary. But then he saw Kesterson's picture on the news after the attack of a Japanese family on the East Bank Esplanade that included physical assaults against a father and his 5-year-old daughter.
Me and my friends saw the guy face. Yeah, me and my friends realized. So, boss.
You're sure it was him?
Yeah.
Nakajima has now talked to police over the phone and was given a report number.
But if there's more people out there that have been attacked, maybe they need to know about that and know that it's a bigger deal than what they already think.
Kaito Nakajima wants to continue to enjoy Portland with his friends, but it's not as easy these days.
I feel so afraid.
You feel so afraid?
Yeah.
Yeah. As for Dylan Kesterson and the crimes of hate he's accused of committing.
So bad. So suddenly. Yeah, so because everybody is same people. Yeah, but so why? It's I thought why he target for Asian.
Tim Gordon, KGW News.
Kesterson has not been charged in connection to this attack, although police did confirm today that a bias crime detective is investigating. That detective spoke with Nakajima this morning. In the meantime, the DA's office did not respond to our questions. Well, this is day 2 for the trial for 3 men accused of turning this brawl into a riot back in May of 2019. The defendants, Joey Gibson, Mackenzie Lewis, and Russell Schultz, are affiliated with Patriot Prayer, a right-wing group based in Vancouver. They're accused of starting a brawl with Antifa activists outside the former pub Cider Riot. During opening statements yesterday, both the prosecution and defense showed jurors video of the fight. Gibson's defense lawyer says told the jury his client did not act out violently and instead could be heard telling people to put away their weapons.
Do something. Do something. Oh, they took the bait. Oh, no. Hey, stop. If they want to fight, we won't get involved. Don't hit him with that, okay? Don't hit him with that, okay? No one jump in.
The court also heard from a woman who was injured in the fight. The trial is expected to last for the rest of the week. We'll update you on air and online at kgw.com. Hospitals in Oregon are once again at or above capacity. As of yesterday, almost every hospital bed in the Portland metro area was filled. This is also an issue in Washington. As KGW's Catherine Cook shows us, the latest rise in COVID cases is only part of the problem.
Running out of space. In Oregon, the number of open hospital beds is declining. Health officials say rising COVID cases are one factor, but this summer there are many, many others. Staffing, for instance.
We know that many levels of staff have made decisions as a result of the COVID pandemic to cut back hours, to change professions, sometimes leave healthcare entirely.
Dr. Renee Edwards is Chief Medical Officer at OHSU.
Our hospital is completely full.
Like so many hospitals and healthcare providers, OHSU is actively recruiting nurses and other positions. At the same time, they're competing against the growing national demand for traveling nurses and contracted labor. It's a problem that's not just impacting hospitals, but long-term care facilities too. And therein lies another challenge. Some patients are using hospital beds they no longer need while waiting for a transfer to long-term care facilities.
When we can't move our patients from the hospital environments of care into those post-acute environments where patients need ongoing care, then it does create a backlog in the system.
Here's a look at the latest numbers from the Oregon Health Authority. First, non-intensive care unit beds. As of Monday, the state showed there were 58 available in the Portland metro area. That's just 3%. For ICU beds, 20 were available, or 6%. And dwindling hospital capacity is not just Oregon's problem. Multiple Washington hospitals say they too are over capacity and understaffed. That includes Harborview Medical Center in Seattle.
We have not been under this level of stress at any point during the pandemic. This is unprecedented at this point.
Unfortunately, we have returned to the same level, in some cases worse level, both challenge and strain in our hospitals as we experienced during the periods of those specific surges related to those variants.
This comes as doctors contend with the BA5 and BA4 variants, which combined account for most new cases and are believed to resist both antibodies and vaccine protections.
When both states are at capacity, it creates an extreme situation for the Pacific Northwest.
Dr. Edwards points out emergency rooms are also extremely busy, especially during the summer. It's why hospitals region-wide are asking people to avoid using them except for true emergencies. Instead, they encourage visiting urgent care or your primary care physician whenever possible. Catherine Cook, KGW News.
The University of Oregon football team and family will hold a memorial service to celebrate the life of Spencer Webb. The 22-year-old played tight end for the Ducks and died last week when he slipped and hit his head on the rocks while hanging out with friends at Triangle Lake in Lane County. Webb was heading into his 5th year at U of O and was from Sacramento. The memorial service will be at Autzen Stadium at 6 o'clock this Thursday. The public is invited. Well, a massive heat wave is parked right over Europe at the moment. Britain set records again today with Heathrow Airport reporting temps of 104.4 degrees. It's starting grass fires. This extreme weather is also disrupting travel and schools, among other things. Most public buildings in Europe don't have AC. Meteorologist Chris McGinnis is also watching the temperatures overseas. And Chris, you have your eye on France.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't just Britain, which today set those all-time record highs again for the second consecutive day. But yesterday, portions of France, these numbers, of course, in Celsius translate to 108, 109 in Cazaux, France, hit 42.4 Celsius yesterday. So unbelievable scorching heat there. They will get a break finally in the heat, I think, as we go into tomorrow. But man, that is equivalent proportionally to the heat dome that we experienced last June. So that should put some perspective around the heat that folks in Europe are suffering. Meanwhile, across the U.S., it's hot. This color-coded map here across the southern plains in the various peach and pink shadings indicating heat alerts and heat advisories. Dallas right now sits at 104. Dallas's all-time record high, by the way, is 113. Parts of the Dallas suburbs may get as high as 110 today. Unbelievable. So we can take our little bit of heat, right? 76 right now at PDX. We are on our way to a high of about 91 today. Brenda, I think we get back into the 90s tomorrow and maybe cool it down just a little bit for midweek. We'll get a look at that forecast in just a few minutes.
We'll see you then. Thanks, Chris.